Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. Yep, got the Pilsner / lager glass out. Today's beer comes from Canned Heat Craft Beer Company. These guys are Massachusetts. This is their con of cons. And it is a American Light Lager. Something I would probably not purchase for myself. That was sent to me by my brother Greg. So Greg, thanks a bunch. I do appreciate it. And the note he sent says, yes, I will send you a lager or two on occasion. Like the other two from Canned Heat, this is Brewery Fresh. So he sent me 3 beers from this brewery. And this is a 5.4% light lager. Like I said, something that I would probably not purchase for myself. But he picked it up and sent it to me, so we're going to review it. So that's why you see the lager glass and not my typical glass that I use, guys. So we're going to pour it in the appropriate glass. This is a big 16-ounce can with a wraparound stick-on label on it. So hopefully they have concentrated on what's in the can. No date on the bottom of the can here. Y'all know my opinion on that, guys. They need to date their stuff. I don't care if it's brewery only release or what. But he picked it up at the brewery. Brewery Fresh, he's saying. So, I mean, it's probably as fresh as you can get it to. When you get it at the brewery, it doesn't get much fresher than that. So, like I said, I don't know what their distribution is or if they distribute. But as far as I'm concerned, if they want to be in a craft beer game, they need to have a dating machine and date their stuff. A lot of other breweries, like Treehouse, doesn't distribute it, but they have a date on the bottom of their cans. So that's how I feel about it, guys. So, and y'all know that. So, with that being said, let's jump over to Untappd. And they say 33 IBUs on this. They say 5%. It says 5.4 on the can here. So I'm going to go with what's on the can. Untappd very rarely has the wrong ABV, but they do on this one. So maybe they've done it before, guys. And this one happened to be a little bit bigger. When I'm looking at the can here, I'm trying to see what's written on the can that they have pictured here. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture of it. The picture they have on Untappd's website here says 5.4% on there. So I don't know why they have 5% listed there. That needs to be updated. So with that being said, their description says an international pale lager brewed with freshly grated ginger and lemon drop hops. Perfect for a refreshing drink or with spicy foods. So that is all the information that we're going to talk about. So without any more talking, we're going to do some pouring. So like I said, I'm not into lagers that much anymore, guys. I don't buy them. They don't have enough taste for this guy. I drank them for over 30 years. Drank enough lagers to float a battleship around. I tell you that all the time, guys. So I like something with a little more hop profile nowadays. But I enjoy tasting and reviewing beers that I have not had before. So and Greg knows that. That's why he sends me these. So and these beers are usually very crisp, very light, very refreshing. I call them lawnmower beers so you can session them. And I don't session beers anymore. Y'all know that with my recent health history. So, very nice looking beer. About a finger, a little over a finger of head on that pour. It is a nice golden color. A lot of bubbles streaming up. Let's get it to the nose. And as typical, what I get on the nose, guys, here, grassy, grainy, maybe a little hay in there. There might be a little bit of lemoniness in there from the hops they've used. Not getting a lot of ginger on the nose right now. It may come out. It's cold right out of the fridge. I like these lagers cold, and I don't sip on them for an hour like I do my ales. I drink them pretty quick because I don't like a lager once it warms up. So it is a good looking beer. Very, very nice looking beer. So let's give it a whirl. See what you think. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Thank you. Can y'all see that? Let me get that around where y'all can see that. We'll get the back end pour and pour it off camera. A little bit of ginger in the taste. That is very light, very crisp, very refreshing. A good session beer, a good pool beer, a good beach beer, especially being at 5.4%. You're going to be able to drink several of these without getting too inebriated. It's not like you're drinking a 9%er or a 10%er, where if you have two of them, you've got a hell of a buzz going on unless you're used to drinking that magnitude of a beer and a bunch of them at a time. Very nice. That's a very nice beer. I'm going to grade it for what it is, guys. I mean, it's not an ale, it's not a hoppy beer. I mean, I'm going to grade it for being a crisp, light, refreshing beer. Very easy drinking. Super easy drinking, guys. Very crisp and refreshing. Alcohol is super well hidden. I'm not tasting it at all. Period. Zero. Very nice. Very, very nice. Big 16-ounce can, so you're getting your bang for your buck. He does not tell me what he pays for these beers usually. But being a craft beer, which is made with the best of ingredients, unlike the big three, Miller Coors, Budweiser, AB InBev, which uses a lot of fillers, corn, rice, adjuncts. These beers are made with quality ingredients, so they cost a little bit more. You can't buy 30 of these for $15 like you can Budweiser, Miller, and Coors. They're mass produced and as I said many times, shitty beers, and I don't support those guys. And people ask me, why don't you review some Blue Moon? Well, that's by Coors. I don't support them. So, I mean, even the ones that's trying to get into craft beer and buying them up and or even produce them like Coors is doing with the Blue Moon, it's probably a very nice beer. I'm just not a fan of supporting those guys. They don't need my dollars, that's for sure. And then they thumb their nose at us on their commercials like in Super Bowl and stuff. It's just kind of chaps my ass. So I don't support those guys, whether they're whatever they're doing. Whatever they're doing. They can just kiss my beak, and you know where I'm going with that. So, with that being said, we're going to sip on this. Not very long. I'll be right back and we'll give it a grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Didn't take long to sip this. Let her sip on it too. She's like me. She's not a big lager fan anymore either. We've drank enough of those to, and y'all know. It's a very tasty beer for what it is. Very crisp, refreshing, good lawnmower beers. What I call these beers, these lower ABV beers, especially into the lager category. If you're into the lagers, this is going to be a great replacement for a Bud Miller or a Coors, made with quality ingredients, guys. So I'm going to grade it accordingly. The only fuss I've got about it, they're not dating their stuff. So they need to do that. I don't give a damn whether it's brewery only release or they distribute it or not. It needs to have a date on it, especially being a low ABV lager. So, but it is a very tasty lager. So I know there's no adjuncts or rice or corn or any kind of fillers put into it, made with quality ingredients. So very nice, very nice. For what it is, a very tasty beer. Final chug. Very clean, very crisp, very refreshing, guys. It is. very tasty beer. And what and because it's not got a date on it, I would probably give it an A- if it had a date on it. It does not, so I'm gonna give it a B plus, 88 from me on this one, guys. And if you say, oh my God, that's the best lager I've ever tasted, I wouldn't argue with that, guys. But they need to date their stuff, and that's the reason why they got Dr. Grade point on this one. They need to date it. I don't care if it's a brewery owned release or not. So over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.9, B plus also from them, kicking the door down to be an A- beer. And I think that's exactly where I'm putting it. I agree with that 100%. Over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 3.64, which is a B beer. It's not even to the B plus range there. So a lot of these guys that post on Untapped are ale drinkers. And on Beer Advocate, they're ale drinkers. They don't drink a lot of lagers. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't, like me. Lagers don't seem to have a lot of taste, and most of them taste pretty similar. A lot of grassy, grainy taste to it. So just not enough taste for this guy, and not to the ABV range that I buy my go-to beers. So it is what it is. So if you're a big lager drinker, you ought to try this if you can get your hands on it, or if you're in the vicinity. Like I said, I don't know if they distribute or not, if everything's brewery only release. Support these guys. If you can get your hands on it, or you're in the vicinity of the brewery, go by and support them. They're making a quality beer, a lot better beer than what you're going to get from the big three. So with that being said, if you've had this con of cons from Canned Heat Craft Beer Company, let me know what you think. Untapped says lager Japanese rice. So maybe they've used some rice in this. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of that. I want to have barley. If you want to throw a little wheat in there, that's fine. Yeast, hops, and water. So when you start throwing rice and corn and other things in there, not a fan of that. Because those ingredients are cheaper than barley, and that's why the big three use them. Because it's cheaper to make when you use that. So it is what it is. So if you've had it, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.